Dan, it is lovely to see you here today. Our last time we spoke was before season 3 came out, and since then your characters, how should we say, gained a little bit of a reputation and a nickname on the interwebs called Tripod. How do you feel about that?
I feel just like any guy who is playing a character who apparently has a magic penis would feel about this. It's great. It's absolutely great. The whole world thinks I'm a sex god.
Pod's gone from this shy guy to saviour of Tyrion to super stud over the seasons. So I wondered what you enjoyed most about that transformation and what do you think about it?
I don't know. For me, the nicest thing about season 3 was just how the relationship between Tyrion and Bronn and Pod grew and how they grew as a trio, and you really got to see that by that stage Pod and Bronn are the only people that Tyrion has, and he starts relying more and more on Pod as the third season goes on, which is just, it's nice, you know. It's nice to work with Jerome and Peter more. It's nice to work with Jerome on his own. It's nice to work with Peter on his own, and it was nice to have a bit more to get my teeth into.
Definitely, some great scenes, definitely. Now, what everyone's of course wondering out there, so I've got to ask you, is why do the ladies love Pod so much? And to quote Tyrion, we're going to need details, copious details.
I don't know. I've been thrown all these crazy theories that apparently he's been talking, he just talked to them and he was really caring and gentle and that's why, and then all this stuff about how Littlefinger might have paid them off or whatever. I don't know. I just think it was a bit of light relief. I think people think about it far too much. I just think that it was, you know, it's a show where a lot of people die. Let's have a wee bit of fun with some of the good guys.
Definitely.
Why not?
We need a bit of humour in there, especially the Red Wedding. I mean, what do you think when you saw that scene? It was amazing, wasn't it?
I knew what was coming, obviously, and I just found that I thought the internet reaction was the best part of it. I thought that was just incredible how much it hit people. It really seemed to affect a lot of people's lives in quite a significant way. It's an incredible episode of television, you know, and such a ballsy thing to do. You've got mainstay characters who, you know, everybody expected to go the distance or to go further, and gone. It's great. Puts the whole thing on its head, which is, you know, it's healthy, shakes things up.
You never know any moments of on Game of Thrones, do you? What do you think it takes to stay alive in that world? And do you think Pod's got what it takes?
Yes, I do. I think a magic penis helps.
You can talk yourself out of many a situation, maybe.
Don't need to talk about it.
Act yourself out of any situation.
Sorry. I think he does. He's smart, you know, he's a listener. Just because he doesn't talk much doesn't mean he's stupid, and I think a lot of people make in the show anyway, you know, Cersei and people like that, they make a judgment that he's dull and he's dim, and he's not at all. He's very astute, he listens, he learns. He just doesn't mouth off like most other folk do. He's very, very clever. I think Podrick's a very clever guy.
So do you have kind of things in mind the way you're playing him now that you've kind of kept in reserve, little kind of nuances and things that you think will come out later, or that for you make the difference of how people perceive him, do you think?
I have been doing certain things that I imagine some folk have noticed. His physicality is, you know, usually very closed off, but when he's around certain people it becomes, he opens up a wee bit. I don't know. I think that Podrick maybe acts the way he does in ways because he doesn't want to give anything away about himself, and it's a smart thing to do. You know, everybody thinks you're stupid, then let them think you're stupid. You're not a threat if you're daft. So
keep yourself to yourself in that world, I think you have to, don't you? Who would you put money on coming out on top? Do you think it's going to be Starks or Lannisters, Targaryens, someone else completely?
Everybody wants the Starks to win. Let's be serious. They're the good guys. I think it's, Daenerys is gonna sort it all out. I think that's what's gonna happen, and maybe there'll be some helpful Starks giving her a wee hand along the way. But who knows? I would like to see that. I think that would be cool. But again,
when you were in RingCon recently in Germany, weren't you? And you said you think the person who most deserves to be on the throne is Brienne. Why do you think that?
Oh, she's so cool. She's so cool. Amazing character. Gwen is an amazing woman. She's an amazing actress. I think Brienne is. She is one of the good guys. Very simply, she is one of the good guys, but she's not shy to swing a sword. So if need be, then she'll get the job done.
If you could give Pod some advice for the future, what would you tell him?
Keep it in your trousers. No. I don't know. Have a little more confidence in yourself, I would say. Have a little more confidence in yourself. He's a good guy.
He is a good guy, definitely. I mean, we love him, and you're great as him, obviously. But, I mean, if you could have been any other character in the show, who would you pick?
Any other character in the show? Varys.
Yeah.
Varys, maybe. There are so many. Varys, Jaime Lannister, Arya Stark, Brienne. It doesn't matter the gender of these parts. They're all, so many of them are incredible parts, and I think that's the great thing about the show, is that each character has their own thing going on aside from the story. They've all got their own thing going on, and that's what makes it such a broad thing, I think.
We talked a bit about how no one's safe on the show, and obviously we don't want to lose Pod anytime soon, but if you had to get the chop on the show, how would you like to meet your maker?
I don't often think about how I would like to die. I don't know, heroically I'd like to go out swinging. I think I would like to go out swinging if it's to go that way. I would like him to go out in a really kick-ass fight.
Definitely.
Maybe prove that the spear through the back of the head wasn't a fluke. Who knows?
That would be good.
Yeah, it would be
good to see that. I mean, who have you seen so far in the death? Who do you think, God, that was pretty awesome? That was amazing the way they did that.
Whose death was good? Viserys is. I think that's one of the most creative death scenes in television history. It's just incredible. Rodrick Cassell's death scene. I thought that whole sequence was, one of the most hard-hitting, powerful moments of the entire show. Great scene. Ned's death again. You can't forget that. I don't know. Lots and lots to choose from, I suppose.
I mean, have you found going back and shooting for season 4 compared to the previous seasons that you've had so far?
I suppose the longer you spend on anything, it becomes more and more familiar, and it's like a home away from home for me now. I go on, it's my 3rd season on the show, and I know everybody there, everybody knows me there. Go in, do your job, go home. It's great. It's really it's always been a nice experience for me, but there are no nerves or anything anymore. It's all really comfortable and relaxed, and that's what you want at your work.
I don't know if you've seen it, but you were caught on camera in Iceland with Gwendoline Christie as Brienne in costume. What do you have to say about that, young man?
I was in Iceland doing a photo shoot. That's what I was doing. There wasn't any filming or anything taking place. I was doing a photo shoot in Iceland. So, sadly, those rumours are going to have to be put to bed. We were standing outside having a cigarette together.
If you could have any character who could have a reality TV show of their own from Game of Thrones, who would it be and why, and what would it involve?
Bronn, definitely, because I think he'd be a diva. I think he's the kind of guy who would, he'd be the sort of no Gallagher, Liam Gallagher type guy. There'd be a lot of tantrums. I think it would be interesting to see interesting or twisted to see whatever he gets up to. I imagine he lives quite a dark life off screen, but yeah, that would be an interesting one to follow.
Definitely. And what would you like to say to fans of the show and fans of yours on the show as well who are watching this video out there?
Thank you again, since the last time we spoke. Thank you again for all the support. It's amazing to get all the feedback that you guys give me, and these events are such a joy because actually getting to meet some of you is what makes it all worth it. So thank you. I hope to keep giving you work that you enjoy watching.